My question is to the Minister of Finance. Minister, as you are no doubt aware, cider sales are experiencing huge growth in Ontario, having grown by an astonishing 60% in the last 2 years, very similar to the growth that we've seen in the Ontario craft brewers. Ontario Craft Cider Association members use 100% Ontario-grown apples and pears, which ensure both quality product and more economic Ontario opportunities for our growers. Minister, will you level the playing field to ensure that Ontario cider can be sold to restaurants and bars with no LCBO surcharge on direct deliveries, as is the case for Ontario craft beer?
Thank you. Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, I am very proud of the tremendous work done by our local growers and local craft brewers, including our cider.
Yes.
I know that one of our colleagues, the Minister then of Agriculture where are you now? Was Minister, well, Ted McMeekin, I know now I'm supposed to name names, but a big advocate for cider sales, and I really appreciate the tremendous work being done by the community, locally grown, as is our VQA, as is our barley, as is so much of the industry throughout Ontario to support growing in Ontario, processing in Ontario, and selling in Ontario, and certainly through the LCBO, much of that is being promoted and protected, especially for our craft brewers. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Minister, I'm proud of our Ontario ciders too, but you need to actually show some leadership and do something that they need to level the playing field. It's an issue of fairness and where you could show some real leadership. Ontario cider is an industry that is thriving in many parts of Ontario. Dufferin-Caledon, Bruce Grey Owen Sound, Haldimand Norfolk, Hamilton East, Stony Creek, Lambton Kent Middlesex, Huron Bruce, Niagara Falls, Oak Ridges Markham, Prince Edward County, Toronto Centre, Simcoe Grey, not to mention the many regions across Ontario where apples and pears are grown. People are looking to you for action. When cider producers sell and deliver their products directly to restaurants, the LCBO take a 40% cut. Will you take action and remove it?
Yes, they are. Thank you. Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, on this side of the House, we certainly value and promote locally grown opportunities. It is why we have increased access to our express stores most recently. It is why we're doing more to promote our VQAs, our craft breweries, and our cider sales, Mr. Speaker. And I appreciate the question. I really do. I really do, because I think it's essential that we do everything we can to promote our industry. And we want to make certain that our local growers are getting the maximum benefit afforded to them, which they wouldn't have had, Mr. Speaker, had it not been for the proactive nature that the LCBO has been doing to promote the industry. We'll continue to work with them, and I appreciate the question, and I'll look into it certainly. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. New question, the member from Windsor-Tecumseh.